All right, guys. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to say this is like the recurrent segment of the news of Natty News Daily. Only saying that most of you probably didn't even know when we first started Natty News Daily, most of the news was actually us kind of going through some of these Instagram posts and things that were kind of like current of the week. We got away from that because the podcast kind of took off and that took up so much of our time. So we are returning to that. I'm going to be doing this weekly segment of the actual news of Natty News, right? So tune in each week, recording Fridays, hopefully releasing on Saturdays. That is, if I can keep this schedule, but I digress. You see, I've got Eric Helms up on the screen already. We're going to go through a couple stories today. The first one, this is for me like a long-awaited return to prep. Eric's someone who I've been listening to for a long period of time, like most of our listeners probably have. Great source of information, but also a pretty fun bodybuilder to watch. Really takes the sport seriously when he's competing. He's pretty quirky with his posing, so I love watching him. And really, someone who I think is like optimized his physique. I hate using that word, right? But not the most heavily muscled person. He'll say that himself, but has done a really good job of like building the proportions. His conditioning's coming in. Still early on. I think he has 5 or 6, maybe even more shows upcoming. I know he said it in one of his recent podcasts, but just running through some posing here on his latest post, and you can see really well conditioned already, as is kind of expected from Team 3DMJ at this point. But like I said, when he starts posting his routine after shows and everything, definitely tune into that. Fun to watch. He has some fun up there. He's a good dancer. It comes across in his posing. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see him compete multiple times this year and still chase that WNBF pro card, right? It's hard to believe that someone of this caliber, some of this wealth of information that we've all been following and listening to for so long is still an amateur, but I guess it just goes to show that it's a competitive pool nowadays, right? So that's Eric. Moving on, I got 3 stories for you guys today. We're going to kind of run through this, keep this nice and quick for you guys. So you can just kind of tune in, hear the best parts, and move on. Obviously, Muscle Mayhem just happened. You know, I got to talk about Josh Kenyon. We just released the episode with AJ and Josh that I was unable to attend. I was on vacation, actually. But I mean, we all saw this coming, right? Like Josh Kenyon is on a different level than 99% of the rest of us, if not all of us. Great athlete, humble kid. I'm going to call him a kid, even though I think he's like 2 or 3 years younger than me. And just, I mean, look at that. You can't find a flaw, right? AJ did a fantastic job prepping him. They had a long off season together, and just it came out phenomenal. Ton of muscle mass, fantastic conditioning. The tan's good, the posing's good. It's just the perfect package. It really is. So, like I said, I don't think any of us were surprised that Josh won his pro card, but I'm excited to see what happens in the pro circuit now, right? I don't exactly know his plans yet. If you guys know, drop it in the comments below, or Josh, if you're tuning in, AJ, if you're tuning in, let us know, because the fans want to see more for sure, right? This is a physique to watch for literal decades to come should things go right. And I'm going to find some more to knock on it, because I hope nothing happens. I hope he stays healthy. I hope he has a fantastic long career, because that's what the sport needs. These people like Josh propelling it forward and teaching people what you can actually do as a natural athlete, right? So again, excited for that. And then finally, this is kind of a return. I think Dirk kind of like put himself on everyone's radar with his last prep, where he won, as you see in the bio there, INBF overall world champ 21, right? So goes pro in the WNBF at Worlds. Pretty darn hard to do, and for good reason, right? This was Mr. 2 ready in his first prep. As you can see, his conditioning with his last prep, right? I mean, just lights out conditioning. Again, someone who's just super heavily muscled on a lighter frame, just like Josh. So everyone's been excited to see what he's going to do when he actually hits that pro circuit. And I think it's going to be pretty impressive, right? So here's his prep update. That's what I wanted to show you guys. This is 3 weeks into prep. That's just ridiculous conditioning. So the 2 ready comments are probably already flowing. People are going to be concerned, but they've already done it before, right? He's still working with Berto. We know Berto's going to kind of cruise right on in. This is going to be a super simple prep, hopefully, just because they've done it before. Berto has had the experience with this guy. And actually, I think I saw on Alberto's story that 10 years together, 10 years working together, coach and client. I mean, that's huge. They probably know each other inside and out with when it comes to the nutrition the psychology, the emotional status, all that stuff. And that's what really matters, right? This isn't someone where Dirk brings Umberto 5 weeks out to kind of try and close things out, and it's this rush process. No, like they have their plan in place and have had it probably in place since Dirk stepped off stage last time. So again, this is one that I'm hugely excited for. I mean, the proportions are there, the muscles there, we know the conditioning's there. So it would in no way surprise me to see him on the pro world stage very soon, if not this year, right? And I think it'd be fantastic to see a little Josh, a little Dirk on stage together, right? That's what the fans want. That's what I want, definitely, for sure. So I will be following all three of these guys. These are three preps that I'm very excited to see. If you guys like this quick little segment, you know, send me stories, send me posts, send me all the drama, all the gossip. That's what we are, right? We are the lead for natural bodybuilding news, and we're going to continue to be so as we expand what we're able to offer you guys. So if you like it, like, comment, share, subscribe, wherever you're seeing it, whatever platform you're seeing it, anything helps us grow, guys. So thank you, and we'll see you guys in the next one.